What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, March 1st, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio are to star in Quentin Tarantino's ninth film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Deadline.com reported the casting news entitled Wednesday. Set in 1969 Los Angeles, the Sony Pictures film is set for theatrical release August 9, 2019. DiCaprio, who worked with Tarantino on 2012's Django Unchained, will play Rick Dalton, former star of a TV Western, in Tarantino's next picture. Pitt, who starred in Tarantino's 2009 movie Inglourious Basterds, will play Dalton's longtime stunt double Cliff Booth in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tarantino said in a statement to The Hollywood Reporter, "I've been working on this script for 5 years, as well as living in Los Angeles County most of my life, including in 1969 when I was 7 years old. I'm very excited to tell this story of an LA and a Hollywood that doesn't exist anymore, and I couldn't be happier about the dynamic teaming of DiCaprio and Pitt as Rick and Cliff." Tarantino is an Oscar-winning filmmaker whose credits include Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, and The Hateful Eight. Will Smith has begun filming new action thriller Gemini Man in Georgia, Paramount Pictures announced this week. It's set for theatrical release on October 4th, 2019. The movie casts Smith as Henry Brogan, an elite assassin who is suddenly targeted and pursued by a mysterious young operative that seemingly can predict his every move. Ang Lee is directing the movie, which will co-star Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Clive Owen, and Benedict Wong. Smith captioned a 30-second social media video, "First week of my new film, Gemini Man. Ang Lee got me out here fighting the wildlife." He narrated while wearing protective netting over his face. He said, "I love Georgia, but y'all gotta do something about the bugs. Georgia is gorgeous, but you've gotta rock this shit to be out here," pointing out to the netting in Tuesday's clip. He went on to complain about how he tried to use spray repellents, but claimed the insects were drawn to it like honey. He says, "I make my living with my face, so somebody do something about it quick." Ralph and Vanellope von Schweetz are back and leaving the arcade behind in the first trailer for Disney's upcoming animated sequel, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. The clip released Wednesday features Ralph, played by John C. Reilly, and Vanellope, played by Sylvester Silverman, exploring the vast wonders of the Internet after a Wi-Fi router is installed into their arcade. After entering into a digital world that represents cyberspace, Ralph encounters pop-up ads, clickbait articles, and an eBay auction for a painting of a cat. Ralph is also able to enter into a tablet game that involves feeding a cat and a bunny either milkshakes or pancakes. The title character makes the bunny grow to a large size after giving him too much to eat. The synopsis reads, video game bad guy Ralph, played by Riley, and fellow misfit Vanellope von Schweetz, played by Silverman, must risk it all by traveling to the World Wide Web in search of a replacement part to save Vanellope's video game Sugar Rush. And way over their heads, Ralph and Vanellope rely on the citizens of the internet, the Needsons, to help the navigate their way, including a website entrepreneur named Yes, played by Taraji P. Henson, who is the head algorithm and the heart and soul of a trend-making site BuzzTube. Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2, from directors Rich Moore and Phil Johnston, is set to arrive in theaters on November 21st. The sequel will also feature returning stars Jack McBrayer as Fix-It Felix Jr. and Jane Lynch as Sergeant Callahan. Kevin Smith offered fans Facebook an update on his health from the hospital after the filmmaker recently suffered a massive heart attack. In a 19-minute video posted Tuesday, Smith described what happened Sunday when he was hospitalized after performing a new stand-up special, Kevin Smith Live, at the Alex Theater in Glendale, California, and how the event has made him reflect on his life. Smith said in the clip, "I didn't piece together I was having a heart attack, even when I was sitting there going like, my chest is heavy and stuff, and even though though my father died at the age of 67 of a massive heart attack. The 47-year-old director of Clerks and Mallrats said of how he has lost almost 90 pounds since 2010. I went through lifestyle changes, and some things don't matter. Some things you can't just beat because it's genetic. Smith also thanked Chris Pratt for sending him prayers on Twitter after learning of the heart attack. Smith said of the Guardians of the Galaxy star receiving backlash on Twitter, "Poor Chris Pratt, one of my favorite actors on the planet, put up a nice tweet, and apparently, like some people were like, fuck your prayers." He continued, "Please don't fight over stuff like that. It's a waste of time. Whether you're religious or not, somebody saying, 'I'll pray for you,' is like a good intention. It's very nice." The video ended with Smith becoming emotional as he discussed his life and loved ones. He says, "I had a good long moment to think. I thought about my parents and how they raised me, and my brother and my sister and my friends and my wife and my kid, and this weird, wonderful career that I've had for so long." He says, "I was like content. I didn't want to die. Don't get me wrong though, but I was like, well, if the ferryman comes tonight, I've got to pay him. What a ride it's been. What an incredible fucking ride." Comic book icon Stan Lee told TMZ he is battling pneumonia. Lee, who's 95, explained in a video that he has had to cancel a number of recent appearances due to the illness. He says it seems to be getting better. Lee continued, "I want you all to know that I'm thinking of you, of course. I always think of the fans, and I hope you are all doing well, and I miss you all. I miss your enthusiasm. I miss all your notes, all your photos, and emails. I want you to know that I still love you all." He concluded by saying, "Maybe I'll have some of this pneumonia knocked down, and we can have some real fun over the internet. Until then, Excelsior." Lee was hospitalized earlier in February for an irregular heartbeat and shortness of breath. He was released after one night and proclaimed that he was feeling great. The Marvel Comics writer turned 95 in December and was given birthday wishes on Twitter from Avengers stars such as Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, and Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk. Lee, a former chairman of Marvel Comics, is known for writing and co-creating Marvel's staple of iconic superheroes, including the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, and the X-Men with Jack Kirby, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange with Steve Ditko, among others. He credited his late wife Joan, who died in July at the age of 93, for helping inspire the Fantastic Four, Lee's first hit comic book at Marvel. Lee is also known for making cameo appearances in a number of Marvel films and was most recently seen in Black Panther, based on another character he co-created with Kirby. New York's Lyric Theater Marquee has been transformed for the next month's Broadway premiere of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. The building on West 43rd Street in Manhattan now features a 150-foot, 50,000-pound wingspanning from the marquee up the side of the building, with the child sitting in a nest on top of the theater, news release says. The stage's plays set designer Christine Jones and international scenic supervisor Brett J. Bankus said in a joint statement Wednesday, "It is a thrill to have the Lyric as a canvas, both inside and out, for our production. The producers tasked us with taking advantage of this expansive space with a visual gesture that relates to the show and connects the old 1903 facade with the rest of the newer 1996 facade." They also added, "We drew inspiration from the wing art work of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child poster art and tried to translate that imagery into a large metal installation on the side of the building and to serve as a beacon and a gathering spot and a piece of public sculpture here in the heart of Times Square." Based on an original news story by Harry Potter creator J.K. Rowling, Jack Thorne, and John Tiffany, the two-part play is to begin performances on Broadway March 16th, with an official opening planned for April 22nd. The Olivier-winning production had its world premiere in July 2016 at the Palace Theatre in London, where it continues to play to sold-out houses. The show follows the adventures of the titular wizard, who is now a married father. MTV said Wednesday has renewed Jersey Shore Family Vacation for a second season. Season 1 of the reality show, which takes place in Miami, is to have its global premiere April 5th. The series reunites Jersey Shore veterans Dina Nicole Cortez, Paulie D. DiLavecchio, Jenny J. Wow Farley, Vinny Guggenino, Ronnie Ortiz Magro, Nicole Snooki Polizzi, and Mike the Situation Sorrentino. Jersey Shore, which follows a group of housemates spending their summer holidays together, initially ran from 2009 to 2012. Paramount Network says Wednesday it has decided to delay the premiere of Heathers in the wake of this month's mass shooting at a high school in Parkland, Florida. The news release says Paramount Network's original series Heathers is a satirical comedy that takes creative risks in dealing with many of society's most challenging subjects, ranging from personal identity to race and socioeconomic status to gun violence. While we stand firmly behind this show, in light of the recent tragic events in Florida and out of respect for the victims, their families, and loved ones, we feel the right thing to do is to delay the premiere until later this year. Initially set to debut on March 7th, the show is a contemporary remake of the 1988 film starring Winona Ryder, Christian Slater, and Shannon Doherty. The new version features Grace Victoria Cox as high school student Veronica Sawyer and James Scully as her murderous boyfriend J.D. Melanie Field plays Heather Chandler, Brendan Scannell plays Heather Duke, and Jasmine Matthews is Heather McNamara, Veronica's wicked frenemies. Paramount is the recently rebranded Spike network and home to the drama Waco. The young Sheldon actor Ian Armitage is to return as Ziggy, the son of Shailene Woodley's Jane, in Season 2 of Big Little Lies, HBO confirmed Wednesday. The cable network also announced the addition of 2 new cast members to the show about wealthy and competitive California parents. James Tupper will play Nathan, who copes with the complicated turn of events in his marriage with his eldest daughter Abby, a news release says. Jeffrey Nornley will play Gordon Klein, who faces the consequences of a big mistake and risks losing everything along the way. David E. Kelley is penning the scripts for all 7 episodes based on a story by Liane Moriarty. Previously announced returning cast members include Woodley, Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, Laura Dern, Zoe Kravitz, and Adam Scott. Joining the ensemble for Season 2 will be Meryl Streep. Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll and Rescue Me star Dennis Leary has joined the cast of the drama Animal Kingdom for Season 3, TNT announced Wednesday. The series about the Southern California crime family stars Ellen Barkin, Scott Speedman, Sean Hattois, Ben Robson, Jake Weary, Finn Cole, Molly Gordon, and Carolina Guerrera. Leary will play Billy, Darren's drifty dad who Smurf kicked off years ago, the cable network says. Weary plays Darren and Barkin plays Smuff. Sarah Aubrey, the executive vice president of original programming for TNT, said in a statement, Dennis Leary's extensive and successful career playing complicated, flawed characters makes him the perfect addition to this badass Animal Kingdom family. Leary's other credits include The Amazing Spider-Man, A Bug's Life, the Ice Age franchise, The Ref, The Sandlot, Draft Day, Wag the Dog, Monument Avenue, and The Thomas Crown Affair. Kim Zolak was feeling her age in a new Snapchat selfie. The 39-year-old television personality shared a photo and a reflective post Tuesday ahead of her 40th birthday. The picture shows Zolak snapping a photo with her phone in her bathroom. The normally lively star appeared more tired than usual. She wrote, almost 40 in May and I'm feeling it today, adding an anguish emoji. Zolak followed up by reflecting on her 10-year television career. The star came to fame on the Bravo series Real Housewives of Atlanta and is also starred on Don't Be Tardy and Dancing with the Stars. Zolak wrote on Instagram, I can't believe I've been on TV 10 years. Wow, it's been so incredible. I've learned so much about me, met the love of my entire life, had babies on TV, had surgeries on TV, cried on TV, laughed on TV, got married on TV, moved 3 times on TV, had my first baby graduate on TV. She told her followers, I wrote my story in my teens in my journal, and it said exactly what I have done for these last 10 years. What you think you've created. What you believe, you receive. Zoe will celebrate her 40th birthday on May 19th. She dedicated a sweet post to her eldest daughter, Brielle Bryman, on her 21st birthday this week, calling Bryman her pride and joy and best friend. Khloe Kardashian is visiting in Japan ahead of the birth of her first child. The pregnant 33-year-old television personality was spotted with sisters Kourtney and Kim during an outing Tuesday in Tokyo. Khloe, who's expecting with Tristan Thompson, enjoyed a daytime shopping spree with her siblings, according to TMZ. She showed off her baby bump in a form-fitting blue mini dress in the evening. Khloe wore a high-neck look in a selfie she posted from her hotel. The photo showed the star making kissy faces as she used a bare Snapchat filter. She captioned the picture, "Kisses from Toronto." TMZ reported, Tokyo I apologize for that. TMZ reported that the Kardashian sisters are filming scenes for their E-series Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Fans voiced concerns on social media about Khloe traveling so close to her baby's birth. One person questioned on Twitter, "Why would you fly 17 hours over an ocean at 8 months?" Another person advised, "Woman, I know you lead a busy life, but you gotta slow down. I don't think you're even supposedly to be flying this far into pregnancy. You just need to rest and get a massage." Khloe will announce her baby's sex on Sunday's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She has shown surprising Kourtney and Kim with the news in a preview for the episode. Ireland Baldwin appeared nude in an anti-fur PETA campaign. The 22-year-old model said in an Instagram post Wednesday that posing for the organization, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, fulfilled a lifelong dream. Baldwin captioned a photo on Instagram of the ad. "It's out, so thrilled to share my brand new Rather Go Naked Than Wear Fur campaign with PETA. I've dreamt of shooting this for as long as I can remember." She says, "If you don't truly know what goes into making fur, please educate yourself. Fur is cruel no matter what. If you wouldn't skin and wear your own dog, then you shouldn't wear fur at all because all animals are equal." Baldwin, who is the daughter of actor Alec Baldwin and actress Kim Basinger, said in an accompanying video that she was inspired by her mom, who was one of the first celebrities to pose nude for the campaign. The star said, "I saw the images from when my mom shot this campaign, so it's something I aspired to do. Since I was a little girl, I wanted to do something for PETA." She also added, this is something my mother has fought for her entire life and has advocated for, and something I have tried to as well. I actually have it in my contract as a model that I won't wear fur. I didn't want that to be part of my brand." Baldwin has appeared in Elle, Vanity Fair, and Du Jour, and modeled for Guess and True Religion jeans. Her cousin Haley Baldwin, the 21-year-old daughter of Stephen Baldwin, is also involved in modeling. Sci-Fi announced Wednesday it has renewed its fantasy series The Magicians for a fourth season. A small-screen adaptation of Lev Grossman's novels follow Quentin Coldwater and his 20-something friends as they embrace their magical abilities and battle evil creatures. The show stars Jason Ralph, Stella Maviu, Olivia Taylor-Dudley, Hale Apperman, Aljun Gupta, Summer Bishal, Rick Worthy, Jake Taylor, Brittany Curran, and Trevor Enhorn. Season 3 is airing now. Warner Bros. Television said Wednesday it fired Fuller House showrunner Jeff Franklin. Variety cited unnamed sources as saying Franklin was accused of verbally abusing staffers and making sexual inappropriate remarks in the family sitcom's writer's room. The studio said in a statement, "We are now renewing Jeff Franklin's production deal, and he will no longer be working on Fuller House." Netflix said in a separate statement to The Hollywood Reporter, "Fuller House will return for a fourth season as planned. We hope to go into production in the next few months." Stanton Larry Stein, Franklin's attorney, declined to comment on Variety's story. Franklin is the creator of Fuller House and his predecessor, Full House. His other credits include Laverne and Shirley, Bosom Buddies, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and Malcolm and Eddie. Farrah Abraham says she isn't dwelling on Teen Mom OG casting rumors. The 26-year-old television personality spoke out in an interview Tuesday with Us Weekly following reports Mackenzie McKee will replace her on the MTV series. Abraham said, "I wish them all the best with the show. I'm out on a high note. This is the longest season in history, and I'm their biggest star. I'm focused on scripted opportunities and will also enjoy a good reality TV project." She added, "I don't know what the show is doing. You could take all the girls on all the series, but none can bring or do as much as I do for this series." TMZ reported Tuesday that McKee, a former Teen Mom 3 star, agreed to replace Abraham after MTV fired the reality star in the fall. Sources said McKee started filming scenes for the show over a week ago. McKee appeared to confirm the news by retweeting an article that said she had replaced Abraham. People said McKee and MTV did not respond to a request for comment. The casting rumors follow news. Abraham has filed a $5 million lawsuit against MTV's parent company, Viacom. The star alleges harassment and wrongful termination, says she was sex shamed due to her career in pornography. Prince Harry and Kate Middleton made their first official appearance with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on Wednesday. The two couples attended the inaugural Royal Foundation Forum in London, where they discussed their ongoing charity work. Prince William, Prince Harry, and Middleton founded the organization, and Markle will become a patron after marrying to Prince Harry, according to People. Middleton, who's expecting her third child with Prince William, wore a long-sleeve blue dress, with Markle in a complementing navy-wrap dress. Prince William said he was particularly happy to have Markle at the event. The prince said while explaining how he and his brother started the foundation, 10 years ago, Harry and I were still serving full-time in the military, but we started to look to the next stages of our lives. He also added, the task for us would not be to reinvent the wheel. Instead, our job was to follow the examples of those who had come before us, holding on to the values that have always guided our family, but seeking to engage in public life in a way that was updated and relevant for our generation. The Royal Foundation supports a number of campaigns, including Heads Together, which strives to break the stigma about mental health issues. Kensington Palace shared a photo on Twitter of Prince William, Middleton, Prince Harry, and Markle at the forum. The palace wrote, THR and Mrs. Markle spoke to Tina DeHale about the inspiration behind the Royal Foundation, the issues that are close to their hearts, and their ambitions for the future. Prince William and Middleton married in April 2011 and shared 4-year-old son Prince George and 2-year-old daughter Princess Charlotte. Prince Harry and Markle got engaged in November and will marry May 19th at Windsor's Castle. Neil Patrick Harris was told what to say and do by Ellen DeGeneres as part of a prank that involved the actor shopping for a party at Target. The comedic skit, which aired Wednesday on Ellen, featured the actor with an injured arm that was elevated from being put into an elaborate cast. With DeGeneres in his ear telling him what to say, Harris approached a fellow shopper and asked him for help in opening and drinking a variety of flavored from carbonated beverage bubbly. DeGeneres made things awkward for Harris as she told the series of unfortunate events star to invite his new friend to the party and to hype up and share a made-up story involving Celine Dion and her children that the daytime host never had Harris finish. DeGeneres then allowed Harris to tell the shoppers the truth about how he helped pour bubbly into Harris's mouth. Harris asked the customer, "Want to see a magic trick? Want to be on the Ellen DeGeneres show? Poof, here you are. You're on it." Demi Lovato kicked off her Tell Me You Love Me world tour in San Diego by inviting students on stage who survived the mass shooting in Parkland, Florida. The singer said as she presented students Julius Castillo, Mackenzie Marie Chapman, Samantha Megan Deesh, Mayor Hebron, Eden Hebron, and Sarah Strickler in order to share their stories. On February 14th, one of the worst mass shootings in American history took place. These students were in school that day. Please welcome them to the stage. The moment was made in partnership with the Comprehensive Assistant Support Treatment Centers. The organization is joining Lovato on her tour to host free group therapy-like sessions. Lovato said it has nothing to do with politics. It's about healing. It's how we can help these students heal from what they've been through. These students that came here today and share their stories are so incredibly brave and courageous, and they really are warriors in my eyes. Fans in attendance were able to text donations to the Cass Foundation to go towards mental health resources for students. Lovato was inspired to partner with Cass on her tour due to her own struggles with bipolar disorder and to fight the stigma attached to mental illness. Toni Braxton says fiancé Birdman did well with his choice of an engagement ring. The 50-year-old singer and television personality showed off her enormous diamond sparkler on Tuesday's episode of the ITV series Loose Women. Braxton joked, "What are you talking about? What do you mean?" after the host complimented her on the ring. She said, "He did well, right, my gentleman friend," before the host congratulated her. "Thank you, I'm excited." Braxton confirmed her engagement to Birdman in a promo for her WE TV series Braxton Family Values last week. The pair are longtime friends who made their red carpet debut as a couple at the BET Awards in 2016. Birdman gushed on the February 20th episode of The Wendy Williams Show, "T, that's my girl, my friend, my family. That's my love, my soldier, my life. She's my life. I love her to death." Braxton was previously married to Carrie Lewis and shared two sons, 16-year-old Denham Cole and 14-year-old Diesel K, with the singer. Braxton and Berman have yet to share details about their wedding plans. And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of March 3rd. Number 10, The Migos with Stir Fry. Number 9, The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar for Pray For Me. Number 8, Beba Rexha and Florida Georgia Line for Meant To Be. Number 7, Kendrick Lamar and SZA with All the Stars. Number 6, Post Malone featuring 21 Savage with Rockstar. Number 5, Block Boy JB featuring Drake with Look Alive. Number 4, Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug with Havana. Number 3, Bruno Mars and Cardi B with Finesse. Number 2, Ed Sheeran with Perfect. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of March 3rd, Drake with God's Plan. And now let's take a look at what happened on this day in entertainment history. On this date in 1971, James Taylor makes the cover of Time magazine. James Taylor's self-titled 1968 debut album, which featured the gorgeous downbeat ballads Carolina in My Mind and Sweet Baby James, earned him a small but dedicated following among the collegiate liberal arts set. But as the 60s counterculture burned itself out and the 70s began, his second album made him a star. Sweet Baby James, 1970, features the now classic title tracks as well as Taylor's first true hits, Country Road and Fire and Rain, with fellow singer-songwriters like Joni Mitchell and Carole King, also in ascendancy. Time magazine saw fit to declare a trend, placing James Taylor on its March 1st, 1971 cover under the headline The New Rock, Bittersweet and Low. The Time magazine article said, in contrast to Taylor's music to the walloping folk rock of Bob Dylan, over the last few years a far gentler variety of rock sound has begun to soothe the lands. Basically the walloping folk rock of Bob Dylan, the thunderous eloquence of the Beatles, and the leer of the Rolling Stones. The article declined to offer a straightforward explanation for the apparent shift in public's taste, but it offered a trenchant sociological analysis of James Taylor's particular appeal. On the one hand, the story argues there was the subject matter of his songs, most of it dealt with a kind of internal struggles with the lavish quota of middle-class advantages, plenty of money, a loving family, good schools, health, charm, and talent do not seem to prevent and may in fact exacerbate. And then there was this, lean and hard, 6 feet 3 inches, 155 pounds, often mustache, always with hair breaking at his shoulders. Taylor physically projects a blend of Heathcliffian inner fire with the melancholy look that can strike to the female heart at any age. Whatever the explanation for James Taylor's appeal, it was considerable. Just months after his appearance on the cover of Time, Taylor scored a number 1 pop hit with the Carole King song You've Got a Friend. He continues to be an enormous, popular, and multi-generational concert draw, and his catalog of early 70s albums continued to sell well even decades after his hair started receding from his forehead instead of breaking at his shoulders. And that's your entertainment report for Thursday, March 1st, 2018. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.